Today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Sam Darnold and the Brooklyn Barons taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Austin Armadillos.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Austin Armadillos and the Brooklyn Barons. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing...
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
A terrific athlete, started at wide receiver before becoming the starting quarterback at Texas A&M, and also took his studies pretty seriously as well. He was a biology major at Texas A&M, planned to become an orthopedic surgeon. But being the 8th pick in the NFL draft, that paid just a little bit better.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 16 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football. He gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award, and he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week, but when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely, and he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 50, it's Tannehill.
They'll get this underneath to Henderson.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Emmanuel Ogbah.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 31-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's caught on the right side. Williams.
Tannehill's pass.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Austin.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
At the 3-yard line.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Austin.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill.
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
Tannehill's pass.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 30-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Armadillos 7, Barons 0.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Henderson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun to give to Henderson. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Again, the ball carrier.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Tannehill now to throw, but it's brought in by Washington. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
A gain of 5.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. But they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He's across.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Tannehill. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Henderson will try to run for the first. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Henderson again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Number 35, the ball carrier.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. This is Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a third down and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so,
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A loss of 4 yards.
Competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here from the right hash. It's a 38-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip.
The score, Armadillos 10, Barons nothing.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
I mean, people say we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. Now, a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Darnold going to keep this himself. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Darnold. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
A gain of 18.
Things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Tannehill on 1st down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Tannehill is going to turn here and take a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's taken in by Henderson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle he finds Henderson, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Complete to David.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, Tannehill. His pass caught with the 4. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point try now for Walsh. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays.
Armadillos 17. Barons nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A final shot before the break. Darnold lets it fly for Thielen. It got his man complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Walsh now for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's good. 4.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Incomplete, the penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
his way forward. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
First down and 10.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On the pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Now it's Tannehill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And here's Darnold to keep it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. First down and more for Allen. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Tannehill. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again, Tannehill. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Henderson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Here's Tannehill. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Tannehill. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point try now for Walsh. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the gadget play gets them into the end zone. And so we have the touchdown now. Here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. Here's Tate to return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A first down throw. Darnold. Caught right side. Tate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Darnold. And he slings one that's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
It's second down and
Darnold from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
brings up a third down and 10 yards.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll try and run the option.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold.
Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3.
This offense so far on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Moss.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
And Darnold going to keep this himself.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On third down, here's Henderson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. They get 14 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And they bring their punter out there now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Tavon Young. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Austin, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.